Hello everyone, today I'm going to describe the basic terms related with an IT support role. At first, I'm going to describe what is an incident. So an incident is the interruption of an IT service or a reduction in the quality of the service. Meaning when an IT service is supposed to run smoothly but due to some reason when the smoothness of the service dropped and malfunction occurs, it is called an incident. Let me give you some examples of an incident. So if an email is not working, if a laptop is not rebooting, if printers is malfunctioning, these are all will fall under the example of an incident. In IT support, the goal is to resolve an incident as quickly and efficiently as possible to get back the normal service. Now let's jump onto the next topic, that is called service request. A service request is a formal request from the users for something to be provided. It is typically a predefined standard service that IT departments offers. Let me give you some examples of a service request. Requesting the access to a shared devices, requesting to install a new software, requesting onboarding for the employees. So these all will fall under the service request. So let me jump on the next topic, that is what is an IT problem. So an IT problem is the underlying reason of one or more incidents. So while the incident is a symptom, the problem is the root cause of that issue. So how do a IT team handle a recurring issue in a ticketing system? So at first, they need to analyze the trend. By following up the previous tickets, they need to find out the trends. Then categorize a problem. If multiple incidents sharing the same root cause, then they need to escalate it as a problem. Then conduct a root cause analysis. So the team needs to conduct a thorough root cause analysis to find out the underlying reason of occurring of that issue, known errors and work around. So if the root cause is identified but the permanent fix is not readily available, then document it as a known error. The next step is to implement a permanent fix. Once the root cause is identified, the IT team needs to plan and implement a permanent fix to get rid of that problem. And the final step is documentation. So the IT team needs to document the problem, solution, and the root cause in the knowledge base of the ticketing system. So the next topic I'm going to discuss is the change management. So what is a change management? So a change management is a structured process of implementing, managing, and controlling the IT changes in the systems and services. The primary goal of change management is to minimize the risks associated with it. So it ensures that changes are evaluated, approved, and documented before being deployed. Now I'm going to discuss about what's the difference between an incident and a service request. An incident is an unexpected disruption in the IT services, while an service request is a formal procedure to modify IT service, infrastructure, or applications. The objective of an incident is to get it resolved as quickly as possible, while the objective of service request is to solve the issue as quickly as possible, however minimizing the risk associated with it. The priority of incident is basically medium to high, and it needs to be resolved as quickly as possible. The priority of a service request tends to be medium to low, and it can be actioned immediately or it can be rescheduled for the future action. An example of an incident can be email server is not working, while an example of service request can be installing of new hardware. Let's move on to the next topic, and that is ITIL framework. So ITIL framework stands for Information Technology Infrastructure Library. This framework is the best set of practices for IT services. It ensures that the IT service is aligned to the needs of the business. Now, for making things clear, let me give an example when we used ITIL framework to resolve an issue in our workplace. So in our workplace, once we had a major issue and the issue was major network disruption. Actually, it was a major network outage. So we followed the following steps in order to resolve the issue. So first, we followed incident management procedures. So we followed incident management procedures to resolve the incident, and then we followed the problem management procedures. So we followed the problem management procedures to find out the root cause of the incident. Then we followed change management procedures. So our team found out that the root cause of the problem was a malfunction of our network devices. So by following the change management processes, our team requested a new device for the network services. And finally, we kept monitoring on the services. So our team kept an eye on monitoring the new device, how it's working, to make sure that no further disruption is occurring. And that is how we resolved potential disruption by following ITIL framework. Now let's jump on to the next topic, that is, what is our ticketing system? So our ticketing system is a software tool used by the IT support team to resolve different problems and incidents. So in my workplace, I used fresh service ticketing system. So this, although there are a lot of ticketing system softwares, we use fresh service ticketing systems. This software allows us to open a ticket, and we can also know the status of the ticket. And once done, we can add result note to with the ticket, so that the other members can know what the procedures we followed. Moreover, we can also create a knowledge base of how we solve the problem, so the future IT support employees can know how we solve the problem, so they can use that knowledge base for the future actions to be taken on. And moreover, it also allows us to do asset management, to do change management, and also it helps us to automate some of the processes that are needed for us. Now let me give an example when how IT support ticket should be handled. So at first, a ticket should be submitted. So at first, a ticket should be submitted. So this ticket can be submitted by an end user or by the IT service team. And then the next step is follow their status. So our ticket status can be one of the four. So they are open ticket, in progress ticket, pending tickets, and closed tickets. It is very important to know the status of the tickets, so that we can avoid repeated actions, and it also allows us to know that the tickets are getting attended. The next step is ticket categorization and prioritization. Once tickets are received, they needs to be categorized and prioritized. So ticket can be categorized based on the issue they are facing, for example, hardware, software, or access related issues. A ticket can be prioritized based on its urgency and its importance. Then the next step is assigned to IT administrators. So the categorized and prioritized team needs to be assigned to an IT administrator to resolve the issue. So the next step is troubleshooting and diagnosing. So once the ticket is assigned, the IT administrator will take necessary steps to resolve the issue. This stage involves troubleshooting and diagnosing the root cause of the issue. And the final stage is resolving the tickets and closing the tickets. Once the solution is identified and resolved, the IT administrator need to implement the fix or the solutions. And once done, he or she needs to add resolve note and mark it as a resolved ticket, and finally he or she needs to close it down. And that is how we handle our IT support ticket. So the next question I'll be describing is, how do we prioritize tickets? So prioritizing tickets is a crucial stage for resolving and responding ticket in a timely manner and efficient way. And for prioritizing tickets, the IT support team follows the following steps. So the first one is establish a create priority level. For prioritizing tickets, the level of priority needs to be fixed in the first place, and the levels should be clear enough for everyone to understand. So the second step is use a prioritization matrix. for prioritizing the tickets. So we need to combine the urgency and the impact of the tickets for us to prioritize the tickets, as tickets will be prioritized based on the urgency and the impact of the tickets, meaning the tickets having higher impact and higher urgency will be the prioritized over the other tickets. The third step is implement the service level agreement compliance level. So for resolving each ticket, response time and resolve time should be ensured, and we need to ensure that we are following the SLA compliance for ensuring that tickets are getting resolved within the specific time. So the next step is automate ticket routing. So we need to develop a automatic system that will assign our ticket to our respective IT personnel for tickets to be addressed. Thus, we can ensure that tickets will be resolved in a timely manner. So provide agents with the visibility. So also the CRM system should be efficient enough to provide the visibility to the agents so that they can understand their workload and they can estimate their work schedules according to their workload. So it helps to manage their time efficiently and also ensures that ticket will be resolved in the specific time period. It's automate escalation rule. So in order to prioritizing tickets, we need to develop a escalation rule, meaning after a certain time, if the tickets are not resolved, they will automatically be escalated to the next level. And the final step is taking customer feedback. For prioritizing tickets, we need to take customer feedbacks every now and then, and we need to make sure that no customer is left dissatisfied. By following the above mentioned ways, we can prioritize tickets easily. So the next topic I'm going to describe is what is SLA and the components of SLA. So SLA stands for Service Level Agreements. So it's a formal agreement between the service provider and a business. So it ensures that the resolve time, resolution time, and times available for the service being provided. So let me discuss about the components of the SLA. The first one is response time. Response time is the time within which a ticket needs to be responded. The second one is resolve time. So resolve time is the time by the time a ticket should be resolved. And the third one is available time for service. So available time for service is the time available for the service to be provided to the service provided, meaning to the party that are buying the service from the business. This time is also known as on service on time. And the final component is escalation method. So what escalation method they will be following? Now the next question comes, that is how SLAs affect the ticket system prioritization. So first of all, SLAs contribute significantly for prioritizing tickets because in the SLA, the resolution time, response time, and the service available time is mentioned, and it always varies organization to organization. So the organization that is entering SLA, they need to make sure that they are following the resolve time, resolution time, and also the service available time, meaning the time they are giving the service. By following the resolution time, response time, and the available service time, they can ensure that the service is provided when needed and when needed. As a result, it makes sure that every task is getting resolved within the scheduled times, and if a task is not get done, then it will automatically be escalated to the next level, and the next level managers or the next level IT support team will help ticket resolved within the specific time, and thus the prioritization of ticket is ensured. Also at the same time, the issues are getting fixed. Moreover, SLA also provide performance metrics, because in the SLA, what criteria will be following to measure the performance is mentioned. By following this criteria, the management can easily measure the performance of their team members, and they can take necessary steps if the performance is not up to the mark. And SLA also provide what should be the satisfactory performance level, and by this the organization can also measure that what is the level of customer satisfaction. Overall, it can be said that SLA helps in every stage of ticket prioritization, and it also helps ensure that tickets are getting resolved within the specific time. So dear viewers, this was today's video. In this video, I tried to capture some basic idea of IT support role and the basic terms and terminology that are related to the IT support team. So this is the first video. In the next video, I'll be providing more updated term for you to understand, so that you don't have any lackings to understand what IT support role is actually. So hopefully I'll see you next video. Till then, goodbye, bye bye.